Hey guys, Thunderset here, showing you my personal favorite way to summon Obelisk the Tormentor. Now I'm sure you know what Obelisk does, and like I'm always saying, he's either gonna win because they have no out, or they're just gonna set monsters and dig till they have their out, so it's kind of a coin flip whether you're even gonna win. But this deck gets it out super consistently. I don't even know what you would call this deck. People use this draw engine for all sorts of things. People use this draw engine for Exodia. People use this draw engine for Final Destiny. People use it for all sorts of crazy combos. Today we're using him for Obelisk. He's the most practical. He will get you wins. Some people will not have outs. You can steal OTKs with this 4K attack. And it's consistent. This deck is just so crazy consistent. It's ridiculous. Like, the challenge isn't even getting Obelisk out. The challenge is don't deck yourself out while you're getting Obelisk out, because like you can pull through your whole deck. Like, I have a replay pulling through my whole deck and losing. First turn, one turn, whole deck is gone. It's crazy fast. Does it just like that. We're also using Show of Nightmares to make it even more consistent, because usually it's with Exodia and you have to use Grandpa's cards. But here, Show of Nightmares, what it does is, as long as you have 3 spell cards with different names in your graveyard, you can randomly choose one, return to your hand, only once per duel. But it's super useful. It keeps your combos going pretty much infinitely until your deck's out. You should probably add some sort of element where you won't deck out. Not Jar of Avarice, maybe a Sword of Deep-Seated would be best, but that would actually be a really good add. Is just add Sword of Deep-Seated so you don't deck out. Make room for it somehow, or just add 21. But anyway, super fun deck. It revolves around Neospatians. You're using Convert Contact to draw through them. The whole play is next. Next, we'll special summon as many Neospatians as you have in your hand and graveyard, so you're aiming for 3. Special summon them in defense. You can use this trap card from your hand, like, as long as you don't own any, or as long as you don't control any cards, you can use it from your hand on your enemy's turn, on your turn. It's like a spell card, it's like a quick play. It's very cool. You get it out, you summon Obelisk. Hopefully you don't deck yourself out, or you add Sword of Deep-Seated to never deck yourself out, and then you're super good, and just go from there. But regardless, it's my favorite way to summon Obelisk because it's just so consistent. But I hope you guys enjoy the replays. Thanks a lot. So this deck is just always summoning Obelisk, guys. It gets him out faster and more consistently than any other archetype, but that's all it does. It's 100% in. Really probably add that Sword of Deep-Seated so you don't deck out, and just wait to see if they have an out for Obelisk, pretty much. So that was a weird pause on the replay. But here we're fighting a Loomis and Umbra. Turns out he is the mighty Buster Blader, so watch out. That's a tough deck to fight, and he has an out to Obelisk with DNA Surgery, so we do not have time to wait. He's not going to automatically scoop, we got to get in on it. So we pull a next, that's perfect. We use Convert Contact, draw 2, use Into the Void, draw 1, use a second Convert Contact. We didn't need to do that. I probably shouldn't have done that because it drew an extra 2, and it drew an extra 2 from the grave. We already had 3. We already had 2 in the graveyard, 1 in the hand, the next, and the Obelisk. That's all you need. I didn't need to do that last draw 2, so we probably shouldn't have done it to keep our deck fat. We still have 8 cards in our deck though. We use next, just like it's a spell card. Summon all 3, normal summon Obelisk. He did a long pause during that attack, you don't get to see it. See, that's why Sword of Deep-Seated would be so good in the deck. You would send Sword of Deep-Seated to the graveyard, it would go right to the top of your deck. You'd never deck out. That's perfect. But, so he did a long pause. He was thinking about using his back row. He didn't use his back row. Here, he's got a light and dark. He has black metal, so it's Buster Blader and red ice. He goes for a second Whelp. Here he goes. Normal summons the Whelp. Adds some crazy card, Karma of the Destruction Swordsman. Target up to 3 monsters of the same type in your opponent's graveyard. Banish them, and if you do, Buster Blader or 1 Destruction Sword monster gains 500 attack for each of those monsters banished. So he is really banking on that to get him over 4K. He chooses my Neospatian Glow Moss. It does not work. It only gave him 3,300 attack. Not enough to get over the mighty Obelisk, so he decides not to wait for his DNA surgery and just scoops, guys. Even when he had an out, he wasn't confident he was going to draw. Well, I guess it was lethal because he left his monsters in attack, thinking that spell would work. But still, crazy stuff, guys. Cool duel. So now you guys are going to see why you put Sword of Deep-Seated into your deck, why it's needed for this deck. I should have put it in the beginning. I don't have time to go redo the replays. Just imagine I had Sword of Deep-Seated, so I'm showing you here the just insane draw power of this deck. It's just absolutely insane. So here we start well. You want Convert Contact and a Neospatian. That's what really gets you going, because Convert Contact isn't just draw, you're also thinning the deck by throwing a Neospatian from the deck to the graveyard and then drawing 2. So you're removing 3 cards from your deck. We're already down to 13. Keep an eye on the number in the deck. So we use another Convert Contact, that's another -3, another draw 2, into the void, another draw 1. Now we use our Dark World Dealings. We only have no monsters, so we pull another into the void. We throw away a Dark World's Dealings. We use the Into the Void. We're down to 7 cards here, guys. We get Show of Nightmares. Show of Nightmares activates and gives us 1 random spell card from our graveyard. We want it Into the Void, but instead we get Dark World Dealings. That's useless to us, so we have to do our next play. We use Next, summon all 3 of our monsters. Now that's where this card comes in. Draw 1 card for each different Neospatian name on the monsters you control. That's a really weird way to say that effect. So for each Neospatian you draw 1 card. We draw 3 cards. Now we use another Into the Void. Now we use another Space Gift. Draw 3 cards. Summon our Obelisk. But wait, he was right on the bottom of the deck, guys. I didn't even notice we drew through the entire deck first turn. Whole deck is gone first turn. Crazy. Throw everything to the grave. 19 cards in the graveyard and an Obelisk on the field. This guy didn't even notice. He's like, oh, okay, it's my turn. I'll play my Blue Eyes, play my Tuner monster, get my Azure Eyes, survive a few turns, summon some monsters, and then no. He's doing all his searches, and I've already decked out, guys. That's why you need Sword of Deep-Seated. If we had Sword of Deep-Seated right now, you'd have a hard time getting through this, because we'd throw it to the graveyard, 19 cards in the graveyard. Sword of Deep-Seated returns itself to the top of the deck when you discard it. So Sword of Deep-Seated, and you're never gonna deck out. You just sit on your Obelisk forever, and maybe even deck them out if they don't have an out. Like, pretty crazy. So that last replay, it was a loss. I decked out. Again, if we had Sword of, I think it's called Sword of Deep-Seated Hatred. Sword of Deep-Seated Hatred or something. We should get automatic copies of it. It'll keep you from decking out. You'll never go, you could go through your whole deck and you won't deck out. It'll be great. So this will be a more conventional duel. I'll probably win this duel. We already have Next in our hand. We have a Neospatian and a Convert Contact. That's how you get the deck going. We send 3 cards from the deck, pull into another Convert Contact and another Neospatian. It's already over, guys. We have a Next and a Space Gift. So much drawing power. We use Into the Void, draw 1, use our Dark World Dealings, draw the Obelisk. We don't even have to thin the deck with the Space Gift, because that would have been bad. We would have been down 3 more cards with a 3 draw. We would have been down to 5 cards. That's pretty millable. So it turns out our enemy is a Red Eyes. He throws a Wervin into the graveyard from our own Dark World Dealings. We normal summon our Obelisk the Tormentor. We still have 8 cards left in our deck, so we're good this time. He uses a Red Eyes Fusion, dumps a Amazoness. Okay, I remember this. So he's gonna make a mistake. I'm sure we've all made. I've made it before. He uses another Red Eyes Insight. He dumps a Lightning, searches, returns, sets 2 cards. So here he uses Beatdown. He's attacking you. He thinks he's going to equip his Amazoness Queen and destroy himself, and she'll special summon, but that's not how this effect works. For everything I understand, that's how it should work, but I know that's not how it works. I've made this mistake before, way back when Slash Dragon was a new card, and it's not gonna work. So he equips his Queen, tries to attack enemy, takes 700 damage just for no reason, and now we get a swing. So this deck has lots more depth than I'm showing you, even if on the rare crazy chance you don't draw into your Obelisk first turn, you have multiple copies of Next, so you can spam the board with Next over and over and over until you're ready to go with your Obelisk, and then you can go. And another good combo for Obelisk is Dolphin. When you get Dolphin out, you discard one card, look at your enemy's hand, choose a monster. If you control a monster, Obelisk, with more attack than that monster, which Obelisk has more attack than everyone, you destroy it and do 500 damage. I was actually using that in a couple duels. I obviously didn't win the duels, so they'd be replays. But it does happen. It's pretty useful stuff, guys. But hopefully you guys still enjoyed the replays regardless. And the meme decks, sorry it's a meme deck, but there'll be a few more in the future. Hope you enjoyed it.